discuss the Labour Party, whether it knows what is actually going on or not, is the Shadow Minister and Brent, Central MP Dawn Butler, and Ayesha Hazarika, a former advisor to Ed Miliband and Harriet Harman. Welcome to you both.
Hi.
Dawn Butler,
Hello.
let me start with you. I mean, this is pretty appalling, isn't it, these opinion polls, plus the results in the by-elections. It's terrible.
Well, the opinion polls are not great, but they never really are.
But these are really bad. I mean, we're 25% down.
But the by-elections, we never expected to win Richmond. In the latest by-election, they said that we would lose, the Labour Party would lose their deposit, and the Labour Party didn't. It's not the greatest result, but we had a great candidate. He was a local man, local bidman. I feel sorry that he's lost, but at least we were able to deliver Labour message in an area that is staunch Tory. And they lost a lot of votes too, remember?
It does look, though, as if you're being squeezed between UKIP on one side, parking its tanks on your turf, because you're not committed enough to Brexit, and on the other hand, you've got the Lib Dems. You think, you basically
not really. All parties
acted treacherously over Europe.
All parties lost votes in this election. So all parties lost votes, not just Labour. But what surprises me sometimes is the story here is it was a Conservative MP decided that he could no longer sit in Parliament under Theresa May and see what his government and his party is doing to the country. That really should have been the big story, and it didn't get the coverage that it should have done.
Ayesha Hazarika, do you see it quite as kind of benignly as Dawn Butler does?
No, I think it's terrible for Labour, and I think we face a real danger of having a real existential crisis about who Labour is for and what we actually, what our message is, what we stand for. Now, we came second in that seat at the last general election. We came fourth. Now, I don't think it's a very good briefing line to put out saying, look, it's good news, guys, we didn't lose our deposit.
I didn't say it was good news, and it's not a briefing line either.
Dawn, let me finish, thanks. So the key question is for Labour, we didn't do well in Richmond, which is a metropolitan area. We're not doing well in our base, in a seat like the by-election. And I think everybody wants Jeremy Corbyn to succeed. He won that leadership contest. But people want him to have a clear message about what the party's doing. People are saying they haven't seen Jeremy Corbyn in quite a long time. And I do think, the country is crying out for a strong opposition. The country is crying out for a strong Labour Party. And our biggest danger at the moment is irrelevance.
I mean, it does look as if Jeremy Corbyn, in the last few rather dreadful weeks, has gone into a witness protection programme. I've hardly seen him.
Really? Did you not see him? I mean, at PMQs, he wasn't there because obviously the Prime Minister wasn't there. But if you look in the last few weeks, Jeremy has been putting in a really good performance in PMQs. Now, look, I'm not saying that the Labour Party can't do better or that we couldn't have clearer messages, but we wasted a whole year in the Labour Party because people like I've decided that you were going to have a leadership contest, and we could have spent that year looking at ourselves and making sure that people knew who we were and that we were strong enough opposition. So we've wasted a year, and now we're coming in, and actually the debate that we had on Wednesday showed the Labour Party working together in terms of holding this government to account in their plans for leaving the European Union, and I think that that's very important. So we can't just dismiss what the Labour Party's doing, which annoys me.
Steve Reid, the MP, your MP for Croydon North, has said Labour risks becoming the party of the 0%. This is a Labour MP.
But the big question for Labour is how are we, and nobody is talking about fighting now, because you're right, there was Labour, Jeremy won the last leadership contest.
Which was pointless, right?
I agree it was pointless. I'm not in the PLP, by the way, so it was not my rebellion. But the key question is, he's the leader of the party now. The party's got to move forward with a clear message. What is our position on key issues? What's our position on immigration? What's our position on the health service? What's our position on the economy?
Disagrees
and get
with
out
that.
there and sell the message, because at the moment we are not speaking to anyone. We're not speaking to the Remainers. We're not speaking to the Leavers.
We also have to talk about issues when we have an opportunity, instead of always trying to knock the Labour Party.
It sounds like you have a lot of talking to do amongst each other and within the party, but we'll have to continue this another time. Thank you very much to both of you for coming in.